Okay guys, welcome back. So we're over at Ping, we're joined by Marty Jertson. Nice to see you, bud.
Yep, you too.
Thank you for making some time for us.
That's great.
So we're just going to talk about some of the new products for this year, specifically the G710, replacing the 700. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the 710 iron is kind of a distance-minded iron,
Yep.
but it does it in a very unique way. You know, I think there's a lot of distance irons out there, or, you know, you go get fit and it's like a long drive contest. This iron is you know, it'll win the long drive contest.
Sure.
But what we want people to look at in the fitting and process is the landing angles, how high the ball flies, obviously the gapping.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we built all that into this iron. The way the face flexes, the way the face behaves during the impact. It's a miraging C300. This is the same face material we use in the G410 fairway woods and hybrids, which makes them hot,
Wow.
is in this iron.
That's cool.
And so the face of this iron flexes not only a little bit like a trampoline, but also like a catapult. So while the ball's on the face, you get an increased launch angle.
Yeah, a little contribution from that face. Interesting.
Yeah, so I think a lot of golfers out there, they look at loft specs and they get scared. Oh man, everyone's just making the loft stronger, right? But in this iron, it acts like it has 2 more degrees of loft while the ball's on the face and launching it really high.
Interesting.
So that's what we want players to look at. A distance iron that flies high, and then with the 710, we've really improved the feel of the iron, and the look is very sleek because of the finish.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the black is nice.
Yeah, so in the hydro pearl stealth finish, which has those water repelling properties, which you guys know.
Yeah.
You guys
Seems to work
obviously
pretty well.
know the importance of that,
Yeah.
and how to test it and expose it to golfers. But you get it's basically flyer prevention,
Yeah.
okay, which is really important, especially in the 8-9 pitching wedge.
Lots of
wedge.
consistency.
Yeah, lots of consistency. You can maintain that spin, have better reliability in your distance control.
Talk to me a little bit about in-house, some of those conversations that go on with regards to how to sort of protect the flight, protect the lower speed player with the evolution of the iron, because it's a big concern, I think, amongst the community. We certainly, anytime we talk about an iron with stronger loft, it just seems like there's a bit of stigma attached to that.
Yeah.
But this is such a compelling story with regards to the face acting like that catapult.
Yeah, we're in a tricky spot because on one hand, we want irons to go further, because if somebody can hit an 8 iron into the green instead of a 7, okay, that's going to be better for them.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, but at the same time, I've also played golf with a lot of golfers and pro-ams who have some distance-minded irons. They can't stop it on the greens. Their gapping's bad. I just kind of cringe.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so, you know, this iron, I think, it strikes the sweet spot of both.
Yeah.
You can hit one club further in, you can hit it high, you get the stopping power, you get plenty of gapping. It's a tough thing to do. It's not easy to do.
It's really not easy. Actually, just my mind goes back to a test we done when i500 first came out, and it was the first time we'd really seen power spec, standard and retrospect.
That's right,
And we done a little test with regards to which one would produce the highest apex. And for us in our test with Matt, the power spec produced the highest apex because the dominant factor was the ball speed over the launch and spin.
Yeah.
So he actually ended up getting more height out of the strongest loft. So
And obviously more distance too, right?
yeah,
It was
more
the best
distance,
fit.
and the land angle was very, very similar.
Yep.
So the height from the speed kind of matched the launch and spin of the other ones, which was interesting.
That's a really good point. In irons, especially mid and long irons, the ball speed is very sensitive to your height.
Yes.
So the faster your ball speed, it just causes a lot of the climb to happen in the trajectory of the ball. So yeah, it's good to see you guys playing around with those lofts,
Trying
right?
to,
because it's a very important factor. Just like we fit color code.
Yep.
You know, we wanted to bring power and retrospect in to fit your trajectory window. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody.
Yeah,
right?
it's a good point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So our second sort of new product for the show here is the new putter range, the Heppler. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this line we're really excited about. I think it's a non-insert family. So the big thing from our Sigma 2, our other putter family, is the feel's going to be very different. Okay. In today's age, you guys know there's a lot of different types of golf balls out there. They all feel different around the green. So, you know, and players are just kind of, there's a separation where they want a little softer feel, which they can get with their Sigma 2, or something with a little more firmer response, which is what they're going to get out of the Heppler. And this line has, you know, it's kind of a mallet focus line. We make a couple blades in the Answer 2 that we see here, and this beautiful, you know, Strong Arc ZB that we make. But we have a lot of exotic models in this family. So this Tomcat 14 And the 14 is after the 14 dots here. They're kind of like inspired by the lights on a landing strip.
Okay.
So what's fun about this putter, you guys have fun testing this, is that when you make your stroke, you see these lines kind of blur in your eye.
Okay, so the dots can almost lines in motion.
Your stroke that you can see it. Yeah,
Interesting.
And kind of paints that picture for you. And man, oh man, some golfers are really liking this model.
So
That's
versus
awesome.
having like a full line, for example, is that it doesn't really dynamically blur the same way? You don't get to see it the same way?
Correct.
Okay.
So you get that blur effect that happens in there. And having the lines that have uneven spacing creates a little motion or movement to it. So that's kind of some of the fun part about this family. But the whole family has a really unique construction. So all the blades, or all the mallets and mid mallets, are constructed with pressure cast aluminum, lightweight, and it's combined with the steel, which is in black, and so you get this really high inertia family. So our catch model in this family, for example, the MOI is twice as much as it is our previous catches.
Wow.
So the inertia is really high, so using steel and aluminum combined help free up all that weight.
Yeah.
And that's how we get really high inertia. And then pair it with, we have a dark shaft and some new grip designs as well.
It's a great look.
It's sharp.
Yeah, just some really beautiful color blocking with the copper and the black.
One thing, maybe just to nudge back quickly onto the iron, I want to talk about Arcos. That's obviously a new offering by Ping, and sort of, a lot of people are starting to see the real benefit of collecting that consistent data. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's in our interest at Ping to look at the golfer's whole ecosystem of performance,
Yes.
and that's something we're definitely working on. I think you guys share that same passion. Is we don't want you to just come get fit for that one club and off you go. We want you, the golfer, to have more information about how they play golf before they go get fit, right? And we can help analyze that data of how they play golf on the golf course, right? And then beyond the date of purchase, I think having not only the caddy features, but also looking at how you're performing on the golf course.
Definitely.
Then you need to come back in and make any adjustments. Does your game evolving? Is your swing changing? Are your conditions changing? Are you losing speed or picking up speed? So with the G710, the Arcos is going to be, it's a no upcharge kind of stock option in all of our G710 line. If you purchase a set of irons, G710s, we'll even send you sensors to fill out the rest of your set.
Oh, so your woods and your putter and so that's smart.
Really cool, eh?
Really cool.
So it's a really fun
great.
service for us to provide, and hopefully help the golfer get more information that can help them and help the whole fitting and performance ecosystem come together.
Well, the timing is so good. I mean, me and Ian are just starting to play around with that ourselves. Our sets have Arcos on them now. We're going to do some later this week. And I think the concept of, obviously the getting their ball flight tendencies before the fit is interesting, but when you always say there's sometimes a pattern on the course that you don't see in the fit bay.
Sure.
This is, I don't know how you could identify it any better unless someone owns the launch monitor and they're going to take it
It's
with
at
them.
times very difficult to make someone or sort of give them the same environment in the fit bay when it's very linear. There's lines everywhere on the mat, on the walls, and everything's linear. And then you get them on a tee box, and the tee box is pointed slightly this way. Some of the nuances around alignment and things like that can make subtle differences to delivery. We might see something that we don't see in a fitting bay, and to make our job better and easier and help the customer more, this is a phenomenal service that we can offer our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our president, John K. Solheim, he was a big motivation for this because he, having skin in the game, being a passionate golfer, wanting to get better, he noticed some things in his gapping. He noticed some things in some of his long irons going too far to the right. We bent them upright. We did a few fitting things. And so, he was like, oh, if I can benefit from this, I want everyone to have access to it.
I mean, true practical application is, from fellow golfers. That's exactly what we want.
No doubt about it. So it's a fun part of our whole journey, and we're just so passionate. We just want to help golfers get better, and this is one other way to do it.
I think this is a really smart addition. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So G410 carries on, the gold standard lives on for a little bit longer, which is good. People will be happy to hear that. I think such a successful line. Really kind of great success we've had with it in the store, and the continuity of it works, we're leaving it alone,
Yep.
you know, go play with it another season. That's where
Yep.
we're at right now.
Yep,
Good.
very very high performing,
Yep.
and a lot of models that you can use to fit players
Yeah.
of different attack angles, try to minimize their curve to get them
Yep.
more distance, and
Love
you
that.
know, very very fittable product that's obviously very high performing, high inertia, high ball speed, everything.
It's good. I mean, we're just joking before we turn the camera on. I mean, we basically use it to see how the new stuff from Callaway and TaylorMade is. We sort of go, okay, well, let's see how the 410 LST does, and it's basically just like the baseline for us.
It's
So
our baseline.
we really like using it.
Yeah, excellent.
Excellent, good.
All right.
Okay, guys. Well, hopefully that gives you a little insight into the new product for 2020 from Ping. We'll be doing more testing once we get back to the store, but
Yes.
you know, it's great to hear from Marty, and thanks for your
Yeah, thanks for
time.
the
It's great to
guidance.
hear more about kind of how these, you know, these equipment pieces came to pass. So this is great. Okay, guys, stay tuned. We'll see you again soon.